Simmons coming off the bench with Seth Curry. Davion Mitchell, his first minutes of the game. Mitchell got popped in the mouth. Herder turns the corner, working with Sabonis. A foul, and that's a travel.
But we haven't seen the Ben Simmons that we saw in Philly.
Need him to be more aggressive. Jared had a good report earlier today, prior to our first game here on TNT. Sabonis just powers his way in, got Claxton up off the ground.
They need more of that. The Ben Simmons who's attacking the rim. Is Claxton
in their future as possible to try to build its winner. They've only traded away a 2024 lottery-protected draft pick to the Hawks. That was for Kevin Herder. But Herder's 24 in that group, and someone they feel that could be part of their core.
They're building for the future. You got to give Monty McNair a lot of credit. Took over as the general manager in 2020 and finally starting to come together.
But again, that comes off of a double team of Kevin Durant in the post. They have Davion Mitchell at him. Lyles comes to double. Durant looks over the defense, skips it to the weak side. Kevin Durant is literally creating almost every shot for the Brooklyn Nets.
Lyles finds Murray, resets in the corner, and he misses. Lyles keeps it alive. Metu, and it's last touch. 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from the line. Sacramento has not got Malik Monk involved until now. Here's Fox, one of the fastest players in the NBA. Lyles. And Durant clear.
Here. We'll see, or they thought it was. We'll see if Sacramento tries to go 2 for 1.
3-point game. Lyles, last one for Sacramento. Shot clock is off. Entertaining first quarter in our first trip back to Sacramento since November of 18. Good to be back. Fox throws a 3. Seconds into the second quarter. He calls the timeout. Defensive breakdown by the Kings leads to a 3-pointer. And first possession of the second quarter for Sacramento here. Brooklyn on a 14-5 run. Fox hit the 3 at the end of the quarter. And look at Murray, patient. Oh, he missed the bunny. In possessions now where Ben Simmons has been at the controls. He's the backup center, but got the ball in his hands a lot. And now
double call of the night.
And Malik Monk attacking the Nets, caught him napping.
That last basket by Sacramento is inexcusable on Brooklyn's part. They just walked back, paid no attention, and watched the guy take the ball right to the basket.
Fox now, 3-pointer, no good. And Miller transition is where he can get his points.
He is so fast with the basketball and so strong in ability to absorb contact and finish.
Herder back on the floor, and now Monk open for 3 and a offensive.
Here it is, and he definitely moves and catches him with that right elbow. Not used to being in that position on a guy like Seth Curry. It's one thing to switch and guard the dribble.
Monk can't return the favor. Mills on the run, taking on 3 Kings, gives it up. Oh, blocked. And that's going to be a jump ball.
Being active defensively. We'll see how this matchup with Sabonis goes, but pushing it on the break and attacking the rim.
Remember, Sabonis just abused Claxton in that window, and once again, Joe Harris. Nets need him desperately.
Absolutely, and he led the league twice in 3-point shooting as Simmons, with a great steal, almost gives it back. And
he looks good, but he went for a no-look pass, a little razzle-dazzle, ended up turning it over. Mentioned the Kings are among the league's best in deflections, and they get him a lot. That's over and back. Sumner out of Xavier and coming back from an Achilles injury. He's done a nice job with early out, and one.
Here it's Mitchell, blows right by Sumner, takes the bump and finishes it. But that's where Durant can get some opportunities one-on-one from the elbow. Sacramento has not come and doubled him there at the elbow. He can go one-on-one, and Claxton picks up another.
Has 10 turnovers, 8 coming in the second quarter. Herder and Sabonis, a nice two-man combo. Look at Barnes from the backside. And Barnes fouled. He'll go. We're going to need a lot more of that. Under 2 minutes to go. E.J. Kenny, Shaq, and Chuck standing by at our Atlanta studios. Second of our doubleheader tonight. Sabonis, Durant on him. Here's Mitchell, open for three. Durant back imminent at some point. We believe he'll come back. Fox back on the floor here. Minute 23 remaining.
Look, this game's far from over.
Oh, Sabonis. Oh, that hung in the air. A foul on Durant is an awkward. If we can get a look.
Here it is. He sort of put his arm out. I know what Durant's saying. It was a touch. More
right on cue. You're not just being Pollyanna to keep a viewing audience. That's blocked by Durant. Here come the Nets. And Durant, the Nets have two of the top four shot blockers in the NBA, and the Nets do lead the league in block shots. Lead is 19. Fox and Sabonis going to work. Sabonis hangs and lays it in with a left hand.
The ball over a lot. Like, you've got to defend, rebound, and take care of the ball. They'll score enough points to get back into it, but their defense has got to get back to the way it's been here over the last 6 games.
Coach, you just set a record for ands.
Yeah.
The statue, like whack-a-mole here, statistically for the Nets. Brooklyn has turned it over 11 times, turned it into 15 points in Sacramento. Durant with 25, so he's scored 25 or more in every game this year. Keeps that streak alive. 15 in a row now. Sabonis bounces it off the line until that miss. They had made their first 18. One of the positive numbers for them tonight. They don't have many. Sabonis deep inside. He's got Simmons on him. Curry helps. And Herder, skip pass all the way across to Mitchell. And he shakes Curry with a step back is good. The voice of the Sacramento Kings, Mark Jones, will have that Celtics-Hawks game tomorrow. Calls the Kings games. And they've got a great team this year to follow. Looks like they'll have a chance. It's going to be a fun team to follow all year long to see if they can erase that as live. And how about the Kings? 7 of 9 from three-point range in this quarter. They've made half their threes tonight, 15 of 30. And Sabonis is fouled from Monty McNair's plan as he thought about how this could all fit together.
This has certainly helped him in that process.
Davion Mitchell. 3 minutes to go in this third quarter, but all Sacramento have opened up a huge lead here. That'll be an offensive foul.
Sort of look at how he was going to design the offense or defense. He let his assistants do that, and he's finding within these games that he's spent so many years with Steve Kerr and learning to calm down a little bit and evolve in his life. He's learned to really embrace the trust factor, and it's working so far.
Yeah, sure. Simmons go big minutes in this second half. Yep. If I were Jacques Vaughn, he's playing the best he has played since he's been here in Brooklyn. He's starting to play with the aggressiveness we've seen. I'd let him gain that confidence and keep rolling.
And there with a rebound coming to the end of this third quarter. Quarters 2 and 3 have just been an absolute blitz for Sacramento.
Well, the biggest problem tonight for Brooklyn is they just haven't defended, and that's what they turned around. The first 8 games of this year.
Culture and defensive culture in an organization. Sacramento, their numbers are not great defensively this year. If they get just a little bit better, they're going to be tough to handle.
The game at the same time.
It's just like the old days. I went back to San Antonio for a reunion. It's the 50th reunion year as we start this fourth quarter. So the 50th anniversary of the Spurs. And they're bringing former players back, former broadcasters. So I had quick energy from Kessler Edwards, who Jacques Vaughn was out with before the game in a pregame workout.